Good afternoon, Connor. Liam here from Pacific Toyota. Today I'm going to be doing a virtual tour on our 2023 Toyota Yaris Cross, priced at $29,990 drive away. All your on-road costs included in that price, as well as the PPSR check to show you that it has never been written off, never been stolen, and also no money owing on the vehicle, as well as a roadworthy certificate included in that price. Today I'm located at 251 Mulgrave Rd. This is just one of 3 of our used car yards we have here in Far North Queensland. We are actually the biggest Toyota used car dealer in all of Queensland, second biggest in Australia. So we do freight a lot of our stock all over Australia, and it's definitely not an issue to get this vehicle, down south of Queensland. Across the road from me here, we do have Toyota and Lexus new cars, and behind that we have Toyota and Lexus service. Now, just jumping into the video, I'm going to be going around all the exterior, all through the interior and the service history for you, pointing out any imperfections I can see on the vehicle, so you know the exact condition the vehicle is in. Now, starting off at the front bumper here, you have your nice LED headlights, fog lights underneath there. Now, I did notice very minimal stone chip on the front bumper, very common in your used cars, very hard to get away from, but we can touch up those little minimal imperfections on the vehicle. Now, did notice another tiny little one there. I'm just showing you this because I hate the vehicle to come down to you and you notice these little imperfections and they weren't pointed out. But onto the bonnet, super tidy. Once again, very minimal stone chips just on the bonnet, but that is no issue for us to get that touched up with the same color coded paint. Onto the windscreen, no chips or cracks or anything like that onto the windscreen, and then up onto the roof, no dents, dings or anything like that on the roof of the vehicle. Now, down to your front passenger side rim, you do have your genuine Toyota alloys on the as your rims here, and no scuff marks, scratches or gutter rash on the rims. Plenty of tread on those tires. And now, looking at the bodywork, it is very straight, no dents or anything like that in the paddle work here. Now, down to the passenger side front door. As you can see here, super tidy front door, no scuff marks, scratches or anything like that. And same with the rear door. Very tidy vehicle, as you can see here. Now, down to your rear passenger side rim, not a single scuff mark on the rim here either, as you can see here. And then plenty of tread on those tires. Round to the back, super tidy, Yaris cross badge there, super tidy all along the rear of the vehicle. I did notice very minimal marks just here. Once again, can get that touched up, no issues at all. Now, I just open up the boot here. So super tidy boot, as you can see here. Few scuff marks just on the plastics on the left and the right hand side. That's just from having things in the back of the boot. Obviously things will rub up if you do have things in the back. These seats also do all fall down flat, as you can see here, so you can have a very big boot space if you are carrying something large. Bit of storage underneath these 2 shelves here, and then underneath the bottom one we do have your spare tire and tools, in case you ever get into any trouble. Now, making my way around down to the driver's side rear rim, there was a little bit of a scuff mark just up here, very minimal, but I'll show you that there. Very common on your used cars, and plenty of tread on the tires here. Now, down to the door panels here, super tidy, little bit of a scuff mark just there, but apart from that, door panel's super tidy. This car looks very nice. Same on your front door here, very tidy, as you can see. Now, down to the front driver's side rim, not a single mark on the rim, so super tidy. Only that one driver's side rear rim which had a little bit of a scuff mark, and as you can see there, very tidy underneath the vehicle, and plenty of tread on all 4 tires. Now, I'm going to jump inside the vehicle here. I'll show you inside the back seat, and then I'll show you inside the front, and we'll start the vehicle up. So I'll just bring this up here. I may need to put the front seat forward a little bit for you. Alright. So as you can see, in the interior, super tidy. inside of this interior of our Yaris Cross. Now I'll show you inside the front. Very tidy. All inside the interior here. I just put the seat back. We'll jump in and start the vehicle up. Okay. So, push button start. So as long as you have your keys with you. Now on the dash here, full digital display, which is nice. Looks a lot nicer. You got your Toyota badge there as you start the vehicle. Now just turn this aircon down. So the service has just been done. As you can see, another 14,000 kilometers until the next service. And only 61,000 kilometers on the vehicle. Now down to the steering wheel, you do have all your media controls on the left. Over to the right, you do have your cruise control. So you do have your, your lane assist, adaptive cruise control. You do have your paddles on the steering wheel as well. Over to the right, we do have, adjusting your mirrors, bringing your mirrors in, and also central locking, window locking, and fully automatic windows to all 4 windows as well. Over to your infotainment center, I will just put it in reverse. Very clear reversing camera, as you can see here. And then also you do have your Bluetooth, you do have your radio, and all that good stuff also in your infotainment center. Now underneath that, we do have your aircon controls. So you do have your fan speed on the left, temperature on the right hand side, USB port here, as well as a 12-volt port underneath that one. Your transmission, you do have your drive mode, traction control, hold button, and your handbrake. 2 cup holders, and then a nice little center console there. Now we'll just open up the service history for you and just run you through. So first service was done in 23 at 15,000. Second service was done in 24 at 30,000. Third service was done in 24 at 47,000. And then the most recent service, we did this one, and it was done in August 2025 at 61,000. So your next service isn't due until August 2026 or 75,000. So we've just done this service, so it is a long time before your next service is due. But overall, a very tidy car inside and out. Let me know what you think of the vehicle, and thank you for watching.